All right. Y'all are in. Yeah, looks like it.
PM.
Okay.
I'm in.
So we left off. You guys had your meeting with the council, and you all decided you wanted to head north into the Sea of Moving Ice to try to locate Macath the Crimson, who Dala Silverhelm had said, she was one of the last people to know about, trying to locate the Drakhorn. So you guys gathered up. You got some supplies, some cold weather supplies, and you guys were gonna set sail in the morning. Dala, she catches up with you guys that morning. She had a few more things to say to you. Macath reported her progress to the host tower by the way of sending spells. Her last report spoke of seeing ice hunters paddling their sealskin boats toward a huge iceberg, flattened like a plateau across its surface, but ringed by icy peaks. She had intended to follow the ice hunters and investigate the iceberg. After that, no more reports came. Attempts to find Macath using scrying and other magical means located only her ship, adrift and heavily damaged. Some of the ship's crew were seen dead, but no sign of the Tiefling sorcerer was ever found. However, the lair of a dragon as powerful as Arathorator is no doubt protecting against scrying magic. If Macath is alive, in addition to the lore she can share regarding the Drakhorn, the Arcane Brotherhood would be most grateful to get her back. So if there's any other things you guys want to do in town.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
So the boat Frost Skimmer has been commissioned to take you guys north. Captain Lurista uh, and a crew of 40 guards. And you guys set sail, heading north.
In the Navy, sail the seven seas. I was thinking more yo ho.
So right now, let's see. Pull up. Sword Coast. Big map incoming. So you guys are basically just setting sail from Waterdeep right now, and you're going to follow the coast north. All the way far, far north. Just to the where all the icebergs and everything look straight up to the top of the map there, past the spine of the world. And it's going to take several days, and most of the trip has been pretty uneventful. And after a few days, um, one of the crew members spots an iceberg that seems to fit the description that Dala had given you guys.
Okay.
Captain Lurista says, advises you guys that we see an iceberg and it looks like it could be what was where our destination is.
Should head there.
Should be on guard though. Someone, who was it we were looking for again?
Macath the Crimson.
Yeah, we should be on guard. McCath was probably attacked around there.
Yeah, I mean the iceberg itself, the portion of the iceberg that's above the water, it looks roughly triangular with rounded corners, and the plateau portion. I mean the peaks themselves. You can't see the plateau very. Every once in a while you can see where it looks open in the middle, but like the jagged peaks and stuff they rise about 200 feet or actually 300 feet above the water. You guys sail a little bit closer and you see a spot, like a shelf of ice, and you see some boats visible along the shelf in the water there.
Do they look like they're like parked up by the shelf, or are they like actually sailing?
They look like the boats described by McCath. Look like they're kind of crudely made from like seal skin and yeah, they don't look like boats from the south. You can also start to see so the shelf itself sits above the sea level a couple feet, and then it's probably 60 feet across. And from where you're at now, you're starting to see that across this shelf is littered several enormous cracked bones, like huge bones that look like ribs, like that arc over, probably taller than a human. Anybody that's proficient in nature could probably make a roll if they want. If anybody's proficient in nature. Probably Crom, are you?
I think no, I'm not.
I'll let you do a roll because you're probably. I mean, you're from the north, so.
Right. Is it a D20?
Yeah, just click on your skills page under nature. Just double click the 0 there. That'll roll it.
Oh, I see. Why is it not working? There it goes.
Okay. Actually, yeah, you can tell. I mean, those are mostly bones from whales and huge seals. Captain comes up. All right, what you guys want to do? We got a little boat we can set off for you guys so you can go up there.
We should get close, but we need to be stealthy about it. We don't want to alert them.
Yeah, I'm afraid to bring the boat in too close. I don't know what's underwater there, and I don't want to get her stuck on anything. I'll start having the
Yes.
crew get the little skiff down for you.
All right.
So some of his crew, they get a little, little John boat looking thing down, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys can get in there if you want.
Can we see into the water?
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Looks wet.
What'd you say, Rathan?
So it looks wet.
Yeah.
Oh, I was mean, it would be able to see something coming up at us from the water, sort of thing.
Yeah, there's a crack in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see somewhat down, but I mean, there's I mean, you can see probably 5 feet down or so.
It's not much time to react if something's coming quick.
Right.
What is the ocean?
I choose to fly.
Okay.
Gather my gear and get in the boat.
Yeah, I do the same with Robo Bear.
Okay. So you guys get in and start rowing towards the shelf of ice.
Row your boat.
You get closer, and you eventually make it to the shelf there. Rathan, I don't know. Did you fly as well, Clar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get there first. As you get on the shelf, you realize that some of these bones, you can see like tooth marks in them, like from a huge, like a large predator, You also see
Where's our ranger when we need him?
you also see now that you're closer, along with the large bones, you also see some smaller bones, and they appear to be humanoid bones.
Sift through the remains, see if there's anything of interest.
Mostly out here from where you're seeing is pretty much been picked bone dry.
There's like remnants of armor or weapons, like arrowheads, anything even like chipped swords, anything along those lines that like.
Not really. No. I mean, you might find like a scrap of clothing here and there, but that's pretty much all you see.
And nothing fleshy at all.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, no.
Not here.
Yeah, not here.
Those bones are pretty picked clean.
Sounds like we're dealing with a slime that has teeth.
Ilir and Crom and Zook, you guys, get out of the boat and get on the shelf now. And you can see an ice chasm that kind of splits the cliff face. It rises up to what looks, up into the peaks and stuff, and you can see that there's some stairs kind of roughly hewn into that chasm that goes up.
Do I notice anything guarding the stairs or anything? Just rolled up perception.
You don't actually see anything. No, it.
Are, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you don't. Yeah, you just see
Stairs.
stairs. Yeah.
Are they made of ice or anything else?
Yeah, and actually that's one thing you guys have noticed. I mean, you're on an iceberg, so um, it's very just people that can fly. You're actually kind of more trying to use your wings to kind of keep your balance more so. The other people are you're actually you probably if you have
I'm short. I'm low to the ground. I got a better center of gravity.
yeah, it's pretty slick. So
Do
if
I have climbing? I thought maybe not. I don't know.
some of you I think may have bought crampons and stuff. So
Right, like the winter.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say it, but yeah, I would have bought
Yeah.
some sort of stuff for winter.
I've got piton. I got 10 pitons. What are those? Those climbing gear, aren't they?
Yeah, like you just nail them into the cliff faces and stuff.
Amen. You know, 5th edition really fucked up a lot of spells.
Why?
Yeah, it did.
Because I was looking at I was like, oh, I got freedom of movement. I could help everybody out here. No, just one person.
Right.
And it's a 4th level spell. So I was like, fuck, man.
All right. So what do you guys
I'm
want to
gonna
do?
Start heading towards the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna move cautiously.
Okay. All right. So you guys I'm assuming all of you are kind of following them then.
Yeah, I hop up on Bear's back and follow.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on what's going around.
All right. So you guys start making your way up the stairs, and it takes a while. I mean, it's kind of slow going just because I mean these stairs are made out of ice, so you guys are just being cautious and slow and taking your time. And you get to the top of the to the top of the stairs, and in front of you is this plateau kind of emerges, and so it kind of fits the description of what you were given before. Also, there's kind of like this wall of ice at the top of the stairs, and frozen into the wall, you see 10 corpses. They're kind of
I want
preserved in
pictures.
it. They're kind of preserved in the ice. So it's like you can't really, you really I mean, they look like they're just like they're fresh, but they're in ice, so they could be really old, but it's really hard to tell.
Are they humans, dwarves?
You see a dwarf. You see 3 like Luskan warriors, and 6 what you would appear to be people native to where you're at now.
Now, are they fully encased in the ice, or
Yeah.
like?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're completely encased in ice.
So the last ones, you said the ones that are native to the area, could they be the ones that left the boats down where I guess where we docked?
Yeah, from just like just general knowledge, you um, things you heard from the just along your journey and things like that, and um, these are like the natives of the frozen north, the ice hunters.
When I look around, can I see anything that might look out of place or something, other than the frozen bodies in the wall?
Um, no, I mean it's the plateau. It's not really. It's not very level. It's the ground's kind of uneven, and um, you see like narrow chasms that are dividing the plateau up in several areas, snowdrifts and ice ridges, and I mean it's open to the elements. So like freezing spray from the ocean and wind and snow. I mean it's very very cold. And that reminds me, I had hold on.
Did you say the corpses were like in a wall of some sort, or
Yeah, like it's just like an ice wall.
like directly across the front of our path, or just
It was along the side.
scattered?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it look like they were placed, or does it look like it was like a hunting party that was like kind of assaulted as was? Were they like, are they like
Place.
stacked on top of each other in some way? Like, this is clearly a warning.
It's kind of like a warning. That's what it kind of seemed like. Yeah, it definitely seemed like a warning.
Since when did we listen to warnings?
Can I use my danger sense? I don't really know how the thing works.
I think that happens when there's like a surprise attack or something within a certain range of you.
Makes sense.
Can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played the harp.
Yeah.
Do any of those corpses or look like the person we're looking for?
They none of them fit the description, but you see, like the dwarf and the warriors are definitely, southern people, so they would not be native to this area.
Am I able to recognize what clan the native-looking guys are? Because considering I'm from the north.
Not really. I mean, they just look like. I mean, most of them up here, I don't think they do too many like clannish type things. These are more just,
Right.
think of them like what are those? The Inuit, or is that what they're called? From like up north, like Alaska and stuff.
Right,
Are
right.
they like regular humanoid or like barbarian humanoid?
Like regular humanoid.
Okay. So not part of like the northern tribes.
Right.
No, no. Well, let's continue on.
Okay, so you guys make your way through the
Wait,
Yeah.
what's that sound? Is that Valdi chewing ice?
so you guys walking through the snow.
Did you record Valdi or something?
No. Here, let's do this one.
Ice, before we get into combat, can I get two quick interpretations?
Sure.
On the staff that I have now, I can cast spells based on charges from it. Are those spells cast at the default level that they would be like earned, or are they, because the way that my character class works, I technically cast everything at a 4th level. Would that affect as well? From a damage standpoint, it kind of makes a big difference.
I would say it's at the level of the spell itself.
The spell's default level, okay. And spell sniper, double range, my trait, does that trigger or no?
Probably not the staff, I don't think.
Okay, that's fine. I just like before we got into combat, I wanted an idea of how I should be looking at those numbers.
What is that noise? Sounds like chanting.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
voices
hear
on the
anything.
wind.
I'm not hearing anything.
No. All right. I don't like this place. Let's go home.
When did they get pianos in the north? Just kidding. I'm gonna continue to move forward cautiously.
It's slow going. I mean, you have, like I said, you got to dodge a lot of chasms and drifts, and eventually can start to make out some shelters setting, like in kind of almost like this what would be the center of the iceberg.
Do I see any movement?
You're probably right now the wind's blowing, snow. You're still probably a couple hundred feet from the closest shelter right now.
We should move into shelter.
Okay, so you guys are continuing forward then?
I dislike this cave.
I'm keeping my head on a swivel since Robo-Bear's doing the walking.
Okay, so you're getting closer. You can start to make out that there's probably, roughly 20 structures, give or take, kind of built in the position they're in. It seems kind of like sheltered from most of the elements. They're similar to igloos and double-walled yurts. Most of them look like they're covered in sealskin, stretched over whalebone frames. Most of them are small, what would be, like one family dwellings. There's one that's like larger, made out of ice. And then there's one in the center that looks slightly larger than the others. You don't see any columns of smoke or anything either.
I'll check out the larger ones.
All right, so you're getting closer, and all of a sudden you hear a bunch of dogs barking.
From the direction of the structures or
Yeah.
outliers?
Yep.
Sneak.
Yeah, at this point, they it seems like your path was probably one that is watched a lot. So um, you can now make out some sled dogs that are tied up off one of them, and they're facing your way, barking.
Sled dogs.
Yep.
How big's this iceberg?
Very, very big.
Do we see anybody coming out of any of the huts now?
Yep, you're starting to see some men, which look like the ice hunters that were encased in the ice wall when you came up there. You see them. You see several of them, 20, 25 of them or so. They're males and females. You see a lot of regular people that don't look like the fighter type, including like children and stuff. They're coming out of their homes, but the the warriors start coming your direction. And you hear you hear them speaking and you kind of yelling things, but you don't recognize the language at all. Crom, you you don't know the language, but you know of this language, and it's a very northern dialect called Ulick. And you see one in particular that's coming up. Looks to kind of be the one in charge, and next to him is a female that has like kind of a staff, and kind of seems more like druidic or shamanistic. And then one large of the warriors. Definitely.
I'm gonna show him.
I'm gonna put my hand on Crom's shoulder and give him the spell of tongues.
Okay.
What? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Crom, you start to understand the language now. You're starting to hear them saying, like some outsiders.
Are they close enough to hear us?
Yeah, they're,
I suppose I can hear them.
like,
so.
40, 50 feet away now. They're not like, they're not aggressive, but they're being,
guarded.
yeah.
I'm gonna kind of give them a gesture of we're not here to fight.
We come in peace.
Yeah, we're not hostile. And
You can talk to him.
I'm gonna tell them. I'm just gonna ask. We're not here to cause any trouble. We're looking for. We're on a hunt for this Malakath.
What is your name?
I am Crom.
Where are you from, Crom?
I am from the northern regions. I tell them where I'm from. I guess I don't know exactly, but I tell them what tribe I came from.
Hmm. And you come in search of Malakath. Or
If
Macath,
we're-
sorry, Macath.
Yeah, Macath, yeah.
We know of no Macath.
Ask him if he's had any other outsiders visit.
Have you had any other outsiders come through this area?
Mm, there were some many, many years ago.
We noticed several frozen people on our way in. Could that have been them?
Those are people that have intruded in our lands, and we use that for a deterrent.
We did not mean to intrude, but can we possibly have some shelter from this frozen weather?
You wish to stay here?
If you would have us, so we can search for any more clues for this Macath. The evidence pointed towards this iceberg.
You see, some of the other the warriors now are kind of they're slowly making like a circle around your party, and then you see like eight or so warriors. They take off towards the icy staircase where you guys came from. Seems kind of you're and all of you are noticing this. You see like some of the warriors are kind of glancing at each other like side to side.
Seems like we might not be too welcome.
Go ahead
We're in
and
a cave, right?
no, you're on top of like a plateau.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone go ahead and make perception checks.
I'm trying, but my shit's running like super slow tonight. For some reason.
Because you're playing Black Desert in another
No,
game and
it's-
this at the same time.
No, it's shut down. I shut it down probably about 5 minutes after I opened this up. There we go.
Okay. Okay, so you see them. You see the what appears to be the leader. He's discussing. He's turning to his, the lady and the big warrior, and they're discussing something. You can't make out what they're saying now. And then the main guy turns back towards you and says, "You wish to stay?"
Not permanently. I can't understand unless I cast another spell.
Not for long. We just would like some shelter. We could maybe break bread with you. We have no hostile intent towards you.
Very well. We will agree to this under one stipulation.
Okay.
A contest.
What kind of contest?
Bone Carver. He puts his hand on the large warrior next to him. Against any warrior of you.
I'm having flashbacks.
I accept this challenge.
If we win, you must give some of your fine weapons, and you must leave. If you win, you will be treated as warriors and guests among our village.
Sounds like a fun challenge. What do you guys think? I'm willing to fight him.
It's up to you. I'll fight him if you don't.
The fighting part seems okay. The stipulations of we get what we want, they get us to leave, which is what they want, but then they also get weapons on top of that seems a little crazy.
How about, well, let's up the ante a little bit. How about if we win, they tell us the truth?
We better
Yeah,
win.
with
I'm not
just
giving
more
up my
information about
candy.
the island. Yeah, if they think that they're going to get something in addition to us leaving, we need something in addition to just being here. So even if it's just more information about the glacier in general, because they have to have a lot of local knowledge. So like we don't want to just be here as guests off in the corner.
Right.
We need to be informed.
I'm gonna tell that to him. I'm gonna, if you win and you get weapons, we want information if we win. Just information on this glacier and what knowledge of your people, what you know about the area.
Very well. We agree.
Are there any?
Ask them what are the rules.
Yeah, what are the rules to this contest?
It is 1-on-1. No magic is allowed.
What weapons and what?
You may use your weapons, and Orca Hart may use his.
Very well. Where
Hey,
do you want?
Clark,
Uh-huh.
can you detect magic?
I
Not
can.
quickly.
I can do it in a ritual.
Yeah, exactly. Not quickly.
Fuck.
10 minutes.
Oh, it was duration up to 10 minutes.
No, it's 10 minutes, and then it's the duration of the spell, which I believe is 1 hour.
I've got mine's casting time, 1 action, duration, concentration, up to 10 minutes.
You said you can cast it as a ritual. Can you cast it from a slot that you have memorized at this point, or can you cast it as a ritual?
Well, it's a level 1 spell, and it says ritual in brackets.
Yeah, which means, well, that's the thing is, I can cast it as, like, casting it as a ritual means you don't have to have it memorized in any way. I don't know how your class works in terms of, like, is it a memorization thing, or do you just have access to
It's a
all of your
spell
spells all
slot.
the time?
Yeah, I think it's a spell slot if I use it.
Okay. Yeah, that's if you want to use a spell slot, you can do it in 1 action. When you said cast as a ritual, that's different. You don't use a spell slot, but it takes 10 minutes to cast. So that's, it's 2 different ways to do it.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a ritual because of the in brackets ritual.
Yeah, that's just
No.
saying that you have the option to cast it as a ritual as well. Ritual castings don't use your spell slots, but it takes longer to cast. Then a duration is 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay, now I understand.
Yeah, you can use a spell slot to cast, and it'll take 10 minutes, or it'll last for 10 minutes, or you can take 10 minutes to cast it and it'll last for 10 minutes after that.
All right. Well, I'm accepting the challenge, and when do we start? Where do we want to do this?
Very well. He um, kind of looks at the ground, and he kind of motions, and there's kind of a circle that's made around everyone here.
What's the stipulation of winning?
What do you mean?
Ask them.
Is it death, unconsciousness,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this a fight to the death?
triangle?
Yeah. What determines a win in this competition?
When fighter is unconscious.
Okay.
Should I cast detect magic before the fight starts?
You wouldn't be able to cast your ritual spell.
We
No,
say
it's a
he has
spell
got to
slot
do it
for
with a
him.
spell slot, apparently.
Oh, I mean, if you want to try casting a spell, I mean, they're pretty much surrounding
this
you
is-
right now, and
This is no magic, so I'm just gonna.
They have a spellcaster here, so if we want to do that, you should advise them that if they're claiming no magic, so if you tell them that you want to cast, one of us wants to cast detect magic to determine if it is truly a level playing field, then if we do that, we're impugning their right to this contest, and it's we can do it, but they may not be amenable to the current terms. We're already throwing it in their face that we don't trust them.
All right.
May one of our people ensure that there is no foul play?
But I thought we weren't going to do that.
I don't know.
We can.
I-
That's just These
I mean,
types of tribes are prickly when it comes to ego.
Right, and I trust them, so I mean, I'm willing to just fight. But if you guys want me to tell them,
I mean, I mean, you can see he's got a I mean, he's wearing like thick leather, looks like
Right.
some kind of seal leather. He's got like a shield that's kind of made out of
What's his weapon?
it's a spear, and it just looks like
It's probably a vorpal spear. It's gonna get you. Don't let it crit. It'll take off your head.
right,
I mean, it doesn't look fancy at all. It looks very crude.
right.
Those are the most powerful weapons.
Well, let's do it. I
Go for
basically,
it, buddy. I could bring you back if you die.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
roll initiative. All right, so you guys are kind of
Do
this
I just click the D20, or is there an actual thing that I?
right on your main page, right in the middle. It says INIT. Yep. Okay, so you guys, the warriors have kind of circled around.
Do we all roll?
No, just
No, just me.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm the one fighting here.
And Orcahart and Crom are in the middle. And Orcahart, he's got his spear and shield in hand, and you guys are kind of starting to circle each other, and size each other up. And the leader says, "Begin." And Orcahart
All right.
charges at you first, and looks like he's going to get an attack off before you do.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of attempt to dodge and kind of gate him around, I guess.
Okay, so you want to use. Okay, yeah. So he gets the first attack. So this just because
Okay.
based on initiative, he's going to get an attack on you.
Okay.
So he comes in with his spear. Okay, spear attack hits.
Wait, where does it tell my defense in this thing?
It's on your main page. It'll be your AC.
Okay. Does it hit then? My AC's 18.
He rolled a 23.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the map halfway covering the thing.
Okay. Then he's very quick. The spear almost is like a double, and he gets another attack. And that second one missed, but then you see the shield coming around. And it looks like he's trying to hit you in the head with his shield. But you see it at the last second, it hits you. And
Shield bashing does damage?
as a NPC ability, it does.
Those fuckers.
All right, Crom, you are up.
Alrighty. So no magic. I'm a barbarian, so
Rage.
Rage does rage consider magic?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
I rage.
Okay, good call. So you have mindless rage. If you look on your actions tab,
Okay.
you'll see mindless
Sure.
rage there. You can just check one of those circles, and then if you hit the little magnifying glass on the far right, it'll open that up, and then you can just drag that effect over to your character on the combat tracker, which if you don't have the combat tracker open, it's just the cross swords icon.
Should just be able to click it, right? Because it's probably the target self.
Yeah, probably.
I'm confused on what you're saying, but
Are you on the actions tab of your character sheet?
I'm on my abilities tab. Oh, I see actions here.
And you should see barbarian features, mindless
Yep,
rage.
mindless rage.
There you go. And then just if you click the magnifying glass, you'll see the effect. You can just click that effect, and it should apply it to you.
Okay, rage, advanced strength, damage.
Click the little box where it looks like a guy standing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, didn't apply it to you. Just click. Do you have your combat tracker open?
I'm not very familiar with this.
Did you drag that to the screen, or did you just click the effect?
I clicked the effect.
Well, that's kind of weird why it showed up there.
On the far right, the icons on the right, the upper, the very top, there's cross swords.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
click.
clicked on that.
Yeah, then you should see your character in that.
Oh, okay.
And if you
Drag
click,
it up there.
yeah, you click it and drag that over to your guy. There you go. So that automatically will apply all those effects.
Okay. And then I am going to attack. I'm going to try and, I'm going to swing at him with my greatsword and try and hit him in the face with my hilt. Do I
Say what?
basically gonna slash at him and then bash him in the face?
Oh,
Can't do that with a great sword, bro.
you can use your second. So you have barbarian at your level. You have an extra attack, so you can make 2
Wait,
attacks.
no, hold on. The confusion. What weapon are you using?
I guess my greatsword. You can't.
That's a two-handed weapon.
And
Yeah.
when can barbarians not use two-handed weapons?
Well, he said he's going to use his shield next. That's
No, he was
where my
talking about
confusion
the-
is.
Oh, his hilt.
I was gonna
That is
bash
hilt.
him with the hilt. Yeah.
No, just slash them twice.
It's flavor.
Actually, no, that's the hilt does its own damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does a D4.
So on your if you're on your actions tab, you'll see greatsword at the top.
Oh, okay. Click
Yeah, you
that.
can click the die, the one with the icon with the dice, and it'll roll to hit. And then if you hit, you can click the other one that rolls the damage.
Oh, okay.
So actually, that first, I'll take your first roll. So that was a 10.
So it'd be a 17.
Yeah. Okay. So you first one hits. So click or actually on the
Click
combat
that
tracker
2d6 plus 4.
on
Oh.
Just have to click the Orca Heart on the combat tracker.
yeah, either control left click Orca Heart on the tracker, or just click and drag that 2d6 plus 4 over to
Oh.
Orca Heart.
I think that.
There you go. Yep. Okay, and now you have your second attack. So your second attack, you could hit him with your hilt if you want to.
Yep.
But you, it's,
Considerable less damage, or
yeah, considerably less damage. Yeah. And it doesn't do anything like knock him out or anything. It's just, you can do a second greatsword attack.
okay, I'll just do that. So I'm gonna.
You can do a hilt to his eye. That would do a lot of damage. Get like a negative 15. It's,
Did that hit?
Yes. And actually, you
Okay.
can, for rolls, you can drag it on them too. And then it'll automatically.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does he have frenzy too?
Yes.
Isn't it? That's an additional attack with
That's a
your
bonus action.
right?
Yep. So you could attack one more time.
All right, I'll do that. He hit me 3 times. I'm gonna hit him 3 times.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Orca Heart counters and starts going at you with his spear again. For one attack, and then another attack. 2 hits. So. And then.
gotta love that barbarian rage. He resists.
Yeah. And then he tries to get you with his shield again. And whoo. All right.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
God damn it!
So you can
I
do 3
had this-
attacks.
I had this problem when it came to tabletop too.
All right.
One more.
Woof, woof, woof. You hear you can hear some of
Do
the
you think my divine power would look like magic?
I don't know.
To them, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how the DM describes the action. Because I have my one ability where I can give +10 to somebody.
It depends on how you describe your action, what you're doing.
I feel like
True.
you would have to do something, whether it be physical or verbal invocation. It's they may not know what it is, but I feel like they would know that it was something.
All right, he counters your attacks. Oops, did I roll damage? Hold on. Let's see if that hits first. Okay, it did hit. And then Oh, crit.
I start keeping an eye on the enemy, on like the other team's caster. Make sure they're not doing anything.
Okay. So the spear, Crom, you tried to get out of the way, and it makes a huge gash in your side. You're really hurting from that one. And it tries to get you with his shield. Misses the shield again. All right, you're up.
All right. Can I attack his spear to like break it?
Yeah,
It'd be at like negatives to hit.
yeah.
Oh, I suppose.
Any type of called shot is typically going to be at some form of a negative, and it's just a matter of how intricate the attack is, or how small the target is, and how big the negative becomes.
Okay.
If you were a battle master, you could do it for free.
I'll
No
just-
penalties.
All right, and then do I got to roll to damage?
Damage.
Yep. There you go. And then you got one more attack, I think.
If you'd had a couple of better rolls earlier on, this fight would already be over.
Right.
A great sword with your plus the damage. It's you just
Okay. So he's countering with this.
Do barbarians have fighting styles?
not by default, no.
Oh,
Unless like
okay.
there might be certain subclasses, but none of the default ones do.
Yeah, I was thinking like greatsword fighting where you re-roll 1s and 2s.
I don't know what critical hit damage is less than 10.
The shield hits you though. All right. Aww.
She's been having gas the last couple of nights, anywhere from now to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
I'll
really?
be back.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Ah, this thing hates me.
There you go. That's a hit.
Yeah, it really hates me. Come on, crit.
That's a hit. All right. So yeah, you that was a you guys have been trading blows back and forth, and he's looking pretty sore. He's got some gashes across his armor, and you can see blood kind of coming from them.
Can I smear blood from my sword across my face and do an intimidate?
Sure.
Did that roll?
You got to double click the thing on the skills. There you go.
There it goes.
No, he's looking still pretty pretty aggressive.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so he let's see, he comes at you. Hits. Misses. And then shield.
I think it's a lot of attacks.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah. Alrighty.
A hit. Ah, yeah. So you slam him with your sword, and he falls into the um, up against the the circle of the warriors around him, and kind of
Mhm.
falls down to his knee, and the lady with the staff, she kind of reaches down and grabs him, kind of picks him back up. Um, Zook, roll perception.
Shoot. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
What a better cannon.
Will I get a chance?
Were you specifically looking for anything that was?
Magic
Spell
users.
related.
Uh,
I wanted to make sure she didn't use any spells.
I'll let you roll perception. Yeah.
I mean, if she's trying to cast a divine spell, I should be able to catch it.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Hopefully.
I'll let you roll perception. Okay. Yeah, you see you can see that she's doing something divine.
I yell, "Stop!" and I point at her.
The the leader looks at you, Chrome, because he doesn't understand what he said.
She's casting divine magic.
He said she's casting divine magic.
He looks at her, gives her like a glare, and she shakes her head no, and she says, I not do anything. I help him up.
I say, let's continue this fight.
outsider is lying.
Ask if she's willing to say that under divine truth.
He says, are you willing to say that under divine truth?
Did somebody cast a spell?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well,
She says, "No, I will not. I will not do anything for these outsiders."
I give her, I got my eyes on you, lady. Point to my eyes, point at her, give her a growl.
Orca
I
Heart.
look at,
Crom, you call it, we kill them all.
Orca
I
Heart
look
looks at you,
the
Crom.
leader. Yep, that's the leader, right?
Orca Heart's the guy you're fighting.
Oh, okay.
He looks still pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
You still have 2 more attacks on him, and he looks at you and he's like, he nods like he wants to continue fighting.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay,
I'm gonna move in and
whiff.
with my greatsword.
That's gonna hit.
Did that even roll?
Yeah. Oh,
Sure
no
did.
damage didn't.
Oh, it damage didn't? What the hell? There it goes.
So you
Alright.
hit on that and you connect, and Orca Heart falls back and slumps down to the ground and closes his eyes. And the caster lady, she walks over to him, and the leader walks up to you, Crom, and says, bows his head and says, "You are the winner. You are welcome. You and your friends are welcome into our village."
I nod. try and help up Orcahart, see how he's doing.
He is. You see, Wraithen, you see her. She actually is doing divine magic now, like obvious divine magic, and looks like she's casting like a cure wound spell.
Ask him if I can have permission to heal you.
May my ally heal me? Actually, I don't really even care, but yeah. I'm a barbarian. These are battle scars.
Oh, you're asking if you can heal.
They're going to freak out if one of us casts a spell.
So you're asking if you can heal Crom.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, you may.
Okay. I put a little bit more show into it, though. I'll activate my my aura so that my eyes and wings start to glow as I heal them.
I'm gonna help.
I gotta stage them up,
I'm gonna help up Orcahart. And you are a worthy opponent, my friend.
As are you. You defeated me. And Wraithen, you cast your spell.
When Wraithen cast, I also do minor illusions, so there's like a sound of angels in the air, like strumming harps. Like,
Nice.
bam, right in the face.
Ridiculous.
All right. So, some of the other warriors come up to you, Crom, and they're like, they like shake your hand and.
Yeah, I bow to them and greet them. Let us head inside where it is warmer
Very well.
and we can break bread.
Very well. I am Barking Seal.
Nice to meet you, Barking Seal.
Right. So they actually lead you in, and into their village. They actually take you to what looks to be like a storage hut. It's not it's not really sheltered as much
Wraithen,
as
you just healed the shit out of me.
You deserved it.
oh yeah,
Well, that goes to Crom.
all of those.
Not wounded.
21.
There you go.
If we actually rest her, then I'll blow my load all over him.
Thank you for that image.
You're welcome. It's angelic.
Angelic
There are heart.
load. So yeah, you guys are put into, it looks like a storage hut. The wind is still kind of, it's not a very good shelter, but it's better than being out in the elements. The lady, caster, shaman lady, she comes in bringing you guys like a platter of fish. It's raw, but there's obviously you don't see any smoke, so it doesn't look like they cook anything really. So
Right.
she lays a platter out. And,
Can I upstage him again?
yeah.
Create food and water?
Okay. So you.
I just use a cantrip, produce flame, and start cooking the fish.
I apologize for my friends. They do not know the ways of the North.
Yeah.
As he's saying that, I say to the others, I wouldn't trust that fish. I don't trust her.
She says, "My name is Bone Carver. I am the village shaman."
Well, Bone Carver, what can you tell me about your village? Or about this glacier?
Um, what would you like to know?
How big is it? Or I guess, are there any points of interest that I should know about? Anything that might help us in our search? If Malakath did come through this glacier at some point, is there anywhere that he may have hid that your people didn't notice him?
She.
Or that what?
Makath says
She.
she.
Do you want me to spell it out for you?
Oh yeah. Where? Okay.
Makath, the crimson is a she. That's who you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In case she came through this area and was hiding out somewhere.
Um, she seems like she's I don't know. It's like she doesn't want to divulge everything. She seems kind of like she's trying to keep something secret. But she says there were some people that came, and they have since left.
Less than years ago.
How recent?
In the midst of all this, I'm casting comprehend languages on myself too. It's a ritual though. It's going to take me a while.
Okay. She's watching you cast, and I think she understands what you're doing, what you're casting, so she doesn't say anything about it. But I fear for my people. I do not want to divulge stuff that would give our people, or that would put our people in a position where something bad would happen to us.
Do you relate this back to us, Crump?
Yeah.
Actually, screw it. I'm just going to spin the spell.
Wasn't there mention of a dragon in this vicinity that was blocking scrying?
Have
Or
you seen?
am I hearing that or remembering that wrong?
It was there was yeah, scrying attempts could not penetrate the this
And they were assuming it had to do with a dragon that was known to be in the vicinity, or were they not sure about that?
There was they thought a dragon was in the area. That
Curious to know,
Have you?
yeah, if they have knowledge of the dragon, and if so, can we get a feel for what their relationship may or may not be?
Have you seen anything such as a dragon? Do you know of a dragon in this area? Do you have any relations with a dragon in this area?
She kind of puts her head down, and she seems like she wants to say something, but
We don't mean your people any harm. We
give me a persuasion check. I'm assuming so. Raven, you have comprehend, and Raythan, did you do comprehend as well, or no?
Yeah, I'm just blowing one on myself and Raven.
Okay, so those of you that have that can understand what this person is saying, go ahead and roll.
Actually, be easier if I just cast it on her, but she probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Roll a
You
persuasion.
could ask Crum if he'd be willing to, but
Yeah, but before I cast the spells, I'm going to tell Crom, ask her if I can give her a spell where she can understand us all.
May my friend cast a spell so that you can understand them as well as me.
She nods.
All right, I give her the spell then.
Okay.
Yeah, so if there's a dragon in the region that you're aware of, we understand that it may not be your choice to be under their sway. They hold great power over, especially regular people. If it were only warriors, they may go to their death, but you have a full village here, and they can use that to create sway over you. If that's the case, there's no disrespect there. There's no lack of, there's no loss of face there to admit that the dragon is, holding sway over your village, potentially not wanted. And if that's the case, if there's anything we can do to help, we'd be happy to attempt to, or at least hear you out, and we would not hold you in a lesser light because of it.
Okay. Roll persuasion. Okay. You can see her. It looks like she's maybe starting to open up here, and she says, yes, the dragon's lair is beneath us.
Is it a white?
Arathator is white, a white dragon, and his lair is beneath us. I fear for what he would do to my people if he knew we would work to try to destroy him. But I know my people, the Ice Hunters, will eventually perish under his wrath.
Is there any current relationship in terms of subjugation? Are you required to feed or pay tribute, or is it simply a matter of just don't get in his way?
We don't get in his way, and we let him do as he will.
Which means your food supply is rapidly dwindling.
He does have many other layers in the area, but as you can see by the bodies that were of our people when you came in, those were people that tried to leave, and he tracked them down and killed them and brought them back and encased them in ice.
So then it sounds like we may not have a choice but to attempt to help you in this, because if he's not happy about people leaving the area.
My magic and my belief comes from the totem spirits. And I've long since dreamed that the totem spirits would send heroes with the strength to best the dragon. I feel that this could be the totem's gift.
Have you seen this dragon?
Yes.
Can you give us an approximate size, or? Size, age, anything in that vicinity, if you have knowledge of dragon lore, like their, what they tend to grow through.
It is much larger than any creature I've ever seen.
Well, that's an understatement.
Including the whales you hunt?
Yes.
How
Do we
big
have an idea?
was
Like the whale stuff on the shore. Do we have an idea of what they're considering what a large whale is?
Can I describe the size of glasshail or glazeal? The white?
Yes.
Use their central, their meeting hall as a concept. Are we talking 2, 3, 4 times the size of their meeting hall? Use that as a basis of comparison.
Yeah. Because I think I got a pretty good idea how big the Zale was since I butchered him.
Why do I not see? Hold on. From what you gather, she's kind of describing it, and you're describing what you'd fought. Seems similar. You roughly make it to definitely be at least an adult white dragon.
Give or take the same size. We're not talking dramatically larger. Is basically
Right.
what we're trying. I think we're trying to accomplish here.
That's right. Yeah.
More so, we're not talking elder.
Right. Right.
Or worm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely sounds like an adult dragon.
This is starting to sound more and more fun.
Well, if there's any way that I can help your people, you have my sword. We will do what we can.
Get your rest. Eat your food.
Has the dragon been known to take people and keep them?
Yes.
Okay.
So, do you currently know of any captives?
There is the horned lady.
Hardly.
I believe this is what you call your Macath.
Ah, okay. Ah, tiefling. Gotcha. Okay.
Meet me.
Damn it.
Get your rest and meet me in my hut. And I will give you more information.
Okay, one last question. Has the dragon been known to attack anybody that has not yet stepped foot on your glacier or your iceberg?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I need to send a ship away.
How is the village food supply? As the fish that you're providing us, is that are you stretching yourselves with this?
I can provide food.
Yeah, well, we can take care of ourselves, and I can provide a minor boon if it would help the town as well, temporarily at least. If you're really hurting currently, because the dragons can eat quite a bit if they're in that mode.
Food is gathering is our lives. We live to gather our food. So anything that you provide would be of assistance to us.
Yeah, don't worry about food and water.
I'm assuming we're going to be resting anyway, so I'm actually going to cast Goodberry and hand her the berries for her to pass out to whoever she feels might need them.
Yeah, I can make 45 pounds of food, 30 gallons of water. Per spell casting. It only lasts for 24 hours, though.
That's, Goodberry is the same thing. 10 berries that are good for nourishment for an entire day.
We have a whole feast.
Well, it's like gruel, but
Well,
It's
Can
it's
you-
not as cool as 3rd edition Create Food and Water. It's Create Gruel.
oh, so it's not like you can create like a huge meal.
a table
Yeah,
at
it's
the feast.
not the
It's a
cool
whole
one
different
anymore.
thing.
What about mead?
She seems very grateful, and it actually, whatever you guys make her actually looks better than the fish. I mean, when you're looking at the fish she gave you, it kind of smells kind of bad, and if anybody like actually tried to taste it, there was kind of a tang to it. But she just, could just be that it's gone kind of
yeah.
spoiled.
I do what I can, and I offer my services to help, like the diseased or anything like that. And so does my paladin friend over here. It's like nudge her awake. I kick her. I slap her across the face.
She
I
gone.
stab her in the belly. Okay, Tink's gone.
Tink's trying to listen, but I've got a massive headache.
Yeah, if you need to go, that's fine.
I just need to take these headphones off. They're not making it any better.
Okay.
You need a Roger microphone. Just kidding.
Fuck Roger.
All right, so you guys are gonna take your time, relax,
Mhm.
eat, rest up. I'll give you guys.
Can I send the ship away and tell the captain that I'll notify him when I want him to come back?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so you
I'll
guys
just
are gonna.
explain that there's a dragon in the area and the ship would probably make a meaty target.
Yes. Okay, so you guys take your rest and you know, get your spells back and tend to Crum's wounds. Um, I mean, you're far enough north that it doesn't really get very dark at night.
I think cold here.
And it's very, very, very cold.
This is beautiful weather.
But it appears it would be what would be considered like evening now. Seems like most of the village is settled into their little igloos and yurts and stuff, and most people are settled in for the evening.
You guys ready for another dragon fight?
Yeah, why not?
Since I know exactly what it is this time, I can probably go in a little bit more prepared.
All right, so you guys are gonna make your way to Bone Carver's hut, then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you know, she welcomes you in, and she starts going over kind of like the general layout and the occupants and stuff. Um, so as far as the occupants, um, she's actually, if one of you want to cast, actually, so she would talk, comprehend languages, so she can understand you. She just,
I just have to cast tongues on her, and then we can understand her, and she can understand everybody else.
okay. The dragon has
Yeah, yeah.
the dragon has many minions that in his lair. He has I believe they're called kobolds, and he also has um, the ice toads. In the bottom of his lair, he has the giants.
Ugh.
Ice giants?
Yes.
So this dragon has a whole entourage.
Same as the last one.
roughly how many of these minions does he have?
Numbers are hard. I have not been able to keep track of everything.
What about the giants? Not necessarily everything. Do you have at least a minimum count on the number of different giants you've encountered or seen?
Hmm.
More than 10?
I don't know actually. Hold on.
Do you know of any secret ways into the dragon's lair?
There are only 2 entrances that I know of, plus the dragon's entrance. One entrance is right here, and she kind of moves some, like pelts and stuff, and you see an entrance that goes down.
Oh, that's handy.
Is that one you've determined for scouting, I assume?
This is actually, let me see. So yeah, she moves the furs and let's see.
I guess the best way to describe that would be, have the kobolds use this as an exit to encounter your village, or is this only something that you know of?
This used to be used to take supplies down. It is hardly used anymore. The main entrance is from the village hall. And then
So this leads to a storeroom?
yes. An abandoned empty storeroom.
How far from there to the dragon?
You must first go through the ice caves. And then once you get through the ice caves, you will continue to go further down, and you will be at the dragon's lair.
Are there any of your people that would be willing to help, even if it were to clear the chaff? If none of them are excited about the idea of facing a dragon, again, not a matter of saving face. It's 100% understandable. But if any would help us clear the way so that we could preserve some of our strength before we encounter the primary fight, it could very much go a long way.
And not to play the devil's advocate here, but if we go in and we fail, the dragon will retaliate.
Fair point. Yeah, if he's going to know that we came from this location, even if we don't look the same.
I'm sure I would have warriors that would be glad to partake in this, but it's too great of a risk. I cannot let any of my people know that I'm assisting you on this.
I understand.
There are, however, some of his minions are not outright hostile. The toads, the ice toads, are not hostile. They just are workers. The kobolds will likely not be hostile if they think you're of same as us, but some of you are not.
Do we still have the badge things that we had from the floating castle?
I mean, can't imagine I threw mine away, but I don't think it's going to help much here.
I'm assuming you would, but those were probably more for the cult.
The kobolds were kind of like slaves to the cult, so and this is going to be a completely different tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could ask her if she's seen them have anything like that.
It's true.
We know to find something like that. We could
Yeah.
get around easier.
Hold up the icon and see if does this. Have you seen any of the henchmen per se?
Yeah,
Donning
I've seen
anything of
any
this
of the
nature?
dragon, yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. I pull it out and ask her if she's seen anything like that amongst the henchmen of the dragon.
No, I've not seen anything like this.
Even if they were to take any of us as one of you, how far into the caves have your people been given access to, drop off and supply? As I'm assuming we're fairly close to the entrance. Even if they were to accept and say, skeptically think that we were part of your group as a delivery, how many rooms in, how many caverns through would we anticipate not being questioned by the kobolds?
Probably not past the upper level ice caves. I've never ventured down to the lair myself. But you should be able to go throughout most of the ice caves. Possibly. She kind of looks at, Clar and Zook and the bear.
And the other winged one.
Yeah, and Raisin, yeah. So most of you, yes, probably.
Are you aware of any other anything else spell related, magic related? Have you seen casters amongst the kobolds, a hierarchy of leadership? Anything we could particularly expect to encounter?
I cannot think of anything else.
So if they exist, they're beyond. They're not the ones that would have made contact with your people.
That's right.
All right, blind incursion. Sounds fun.
Sounds
Boy.
glorious.
The soldiers that we brought on the boat, are they just everyday common soldiers, or are they like elite soldiers, or
They are just regular guard. Yeah.
okay, so cannon fodder.
Mhm.
Keep the sailors alive as much as possible.
I want to buy a company of level 10 paladins. All right, dragon fight round 2. Start.
All right, so
I asked her, is there any GM magic you can give us to protect us from the elements?
she looks at you guys and says, "You are much more equipped. You were sent by the totem gods."
Sure, okay. Well, you heard it here, folks.
I wish you luck, because our village stands in the balance of your mission as well.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll start.
All right, so you can see this
I-
opening in front of you. Go ahead. Do you want to say?
I just look at her and say, "When I am through with this dragon, your people will not be hungry."
She smiles. So the hole that you're now looking down is a tight spiral stairs. Um, you can only see probably like 20, 30 feet down, and it gets dark, but um, it looks pretty precarious. So who's going first? What's your order?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Have the robot go first. Don't want him rolling over us down the stairs.
He's a robot?
Well, my construct, Robo Bear.
Oh, I suppose he's a construct.
All right. So Crime, you're going down. Are you guys going in line, or are you waiting for him to go down, or how you guys want to do that?
Sort of a spiral staircase,
Yeah, very tight spiral staircase.
like metal or
no,
ice or
completely ice.
stone. Completely ice spiral staircase. I'm assuming nothing off the side or anything like this. It's one of those like you're either on the stairs or you're sliding
Yes.
bumpy butt down.
I sit on my cloak or my shield and I go down like a pro. Whee!
Are you guys
I
using?
follow Crom.
Are you guys? Okay, so are you just right behind him, or how? I was trying to get an idea how you guys are doing this. I mean, it looks pretty precarious.
Yeah, I'm
Go down in
Okay.
3-second intervals.
I cast Spider Climb on myself.
Has
And
she?
walk down the wall.
Has the shaman been down this staircase previously? I mean, I know she said it wasn't used recently, but
Yeah,
has she been down them at all?
a long time ago, many months.
Do we have a semblance of distance to traverse for these?
Oh, she told you it's probably what you gather to be about 100 feet.
All right, so if we were to, let's see, I have 50 foot of rope, I believe.
I got 52.
So if we were to tie those together or tie them off to something, we could then just use those as, even if your feet were to slip, you're not gonna fucking go flying down the rest of the stairs in water slide fashion.
I also have 50 feet.
So yeah, let's tie some rope together, secure it to something. Worst case scenario, some of those pittons that somebody has, we'll secure it to a pitton at the top of the stairs, and we can use this as a guide rope. Give us about 5 to 10 feet between each person. Hold the rope, and if you fall, you can catch your own damn self and get back on your feet and continue on your way down.
I pull out one of my pittons, hammer it into the ground beside the wall, or beside the hole.
Okay. All right, so you guys start making your way down. You get about, I don't know, 40 feet down. And go ahead and everyone just do a acrobatics check.
That's. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, on your skills page.
I was thinking athletics, but yeah, no.
Should I do it for Robo Bear too?
Yes. I'm assuming you're waiting till you all get down before he comes down, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I grab on a Clar because he rolled the highest.
All right, so Crom, Rathan, and Zook, you feel you feel your feet starting to slip, and because you guys have rope, go ahead and make all three of you make another acrobatics check. Okay, so
Good catch.
you all were able to hold on tightly to the rope and kind of get your feet back underneath you, and you continue on down, and after about like she mentioned about 100 feet, you get to the end of the stairs and you see a ladder that descends down into a room.
So it's a ladder we can see the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what are we looking at in terms of a light situation right now?
Well, the let's see.
I assume there's not much in the way of natural light at this point, unless there's some sort of like wall sconces. I mean, even though everything's ice,
You see some.
that diffuses light at some point.
Yeah, you see some dim light, kind of coming into the room. Let's get the map for
Who
you.
doesn't have dark vision?
I don't.
You wouldn't really. I don't think you'll need it. It's kind of dimly lit.
Does that seem to be due to just like natural light that's kind of diffused through the iceberg into the area that we're at, or does it like seem that there's additional light sources?
It seems like that, but you also feel like there's some additional light sources.
A little of both.
It's an RGB iceberg.
All things considered, this has got to look pretty fucking cool.
Yep. And continue down.
Okay. 1 second. I'll share the map with you.
Grab a beer real fast while that's loading through.
Okay. And it's big map incoming. Oh, fuck. Okay. There you go. So you should sync up to that.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna post a screenshot in the Albion Online area saying, "Hey guys, they announced a graphics update. Give a screenshot of Ultima Online."
Actually, completely random side note. Have you guys heard anything about the Overwatch Professional League?
No.
Blizzard's apparently planning on putting together a pro league for Overwatch. They're talking that some of the details have just been announced. Their minimum salary for any player in the league is $50,000.
Holy
Whoa.
crap.
And then with the option of obviously based on, like any other sports things where the amounts can go up based on you being one of the better tier players. Teams are going to be able to carry like 12 players per team. So like the bench players are going to be worth $50,000. Plus, I think they were talking about a pension plan, insurance, and housing.
Wow. So get to know Kigande because he's going to be in the league. Just kidding.
Or start fucking playing Overwatch and
Right.
come god at it real fast. But and there's no time frame on when it's going to happen, but that's the details they've released on what their plans are. They're actually, and they're not even talking about going into it with teams to begin with. They want to do season 1. Every single person who's in the league is going to be in a draft. And then after season 1, they'll start doing kind of like team, like pro level style, where you keep, you trade, you could draft people, like the new people coming in, all that kind of stuff. They want to set it up almost like the professional sports leagues in existence.
Right.
Once they move forward. So they are extremely ambitious on how they're planning on running that. And that's for esports. If it works, that's fucking awesome.
Right. When a lot of I don't know, a lot of those MOBAs and stuff have like their professional leagues and stuff. And
Yeah, but for the most part, they just have like championship tier stuff. Like it's prize money only. Like there's not, I mean, the salaries, if they get anything, is due to sponsors, not necessarily like from like a league salary source.
right, like this would be an actual like
Yeah, they're talking like legitimate, like straight up $50,000 plus pension plan salary
right.
and prize money on top of that.
I was a pretty pro Counter-Strike player back in my day.
Anyway, we're in we're on the Odin's Hammer.
Yep.
Can we just set fire to the iceberg?
This iceberg is enormous. It would take a huge fire, like a meteor, probably.
I have endless amounts of cantrip fire.
Yeah, I can just cast Firebolt all day long. Produce flame, fireball. Produce flame, fireball. Produce flame, fireball.
It'll take
I've got a scroll
approximately
of fireball.
27 years, and you can probably melt it.
We're,
But then by the time you get it
Sweet.
melted, it's reformed in other areas.
right.
Or the dragon died of old age.
Yeah. So you're in this this room, and you see some dimly lit light coming from the from ahead of you down the hall. The floors inside here are glass smooth. So I mean, if you've ever seen like a glacier, like the blue hue of a glacier, that's essentially what you're standing on. It's slick as hell. So all of you probably are wearing your crampons.
Yep.
And
Can I run Chink's character?
sure.
Good luck. It's a pain in the ass. Every time you want to look at her sheet, you have to close yours. Then you have to actually to close yours, release your character, then open up hers. Do what you need to do. Close and release, then open up your character.
The temperature
Sounds like crappy fun.
the temperature in here in the room you're in feels like it would be probably 20 degrees.
You have to release her.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Do I?
For him to initially be able to open it, yeah, I think you have to
Oh,
release
yeah,
her
yeah.
from her control. And then he'll have to close and release control of Wraithen to be able to look at Tink.
Yeah.
I think we can move her. But once it comes time to actually perform an action with her, you can only have one character controlled
Active,
at a
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I had to deal with when I was controlling Valdi that fight.
Nope. They must have patched it or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I got both of our characters up.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with RoboBear. I have both character sheets up. I can can switch between the two dies just by clicking on the picture. I got one set to red, the other to blue, so I know which one I'm on.
All right. Yeah, maybe it was something that was patched in.
Okay, so yeah, so the
God,
visibility.
she has like 9,000 weapons. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, so yeah, visibility. You guys don't. If you don't have dark vision, that's okay. There's enough dim light that you can see. Maybe not as far as bright, but yeah, you can see. You can see everything in this
Right.
room.
Okay.
In terms of footing, considering I have talons, does that
I'll
provide
say.
me anything?
Yeah, I'll
Or
say.
basically the same thing as like their, like shoe crampons would do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna ride on Robo Bear. He's got claws.
So in
What
front
are we
of you,
looking at in
you
terms
see-
of ceiling height?
Ceiling height in here. About
8 to 10, 8 to 12.
it's in here. Yeah, it's probably 10 feet up.
And is this the storage room itself?
Yeah, sorry. In this room, this chamber is mostly empty except for 3 bundles of rolled up sealskins setting at the bottom at the base of the ladder. You see, additionally, you see some a bed of furs in the southwest corner, and you actually there's some blankets, but it looks kind of like a like there might actually be someone laying there, and you kind of looking at it, and you kind of hear
Walk over, stare down at them.
he it's actually an ice warrior, and he kind of looks up at you, and you can tell that he's like gravely sick.
Turn around and grab a glance at Rathan.
What? Sorry. What's going on?
There's a ice warrior that's laying under a mound of furs in the southwest corner. He appears to be extremely sick.
Tink
he's
walks up
coughing.
and gives him a blessing. Kapow. You no longer have no disease.
He, what? What did you do?
I healed you.
Who are you people? Actually, he's talking. I'm just gonna just for means to not make it difficult. The language thing, you guys are starting to understand better now.
Okay. Good, because those are 3rd level spells, man.
Just hold up 10 fingers and say, wait, and I comprehend languages myself. Actually, all things considered, that's something that I'm probably going to annoy the hell out of you, but I might just start like casting that on myself a lot just for the hell of it.
That I'm in speechless. I don't know how to thank you.
What were you doing down here?
Oh, this is where we come when we're sick with disease. It can be out of the wind, and the temperature is better down here for us, so we come down here It's kind of quarantine.
Do you run into anyone else down here, or is this legitimately isolation? Like, is this not used at all anymore?
This particular room isn't, but I mean, I run into you get those nasty kobolds and the ice toads that come through here frequently.
So they do still like patrol this area?
Oh yes, yes. I've even seen some of those nasty trolls peering at me too.
Well, that's new. But do you see them on a particular timeline, or have you been too delirious to take note of something of that nature?
Um, I couldn't tell you timelines. I've been so sick.
Have you been beyond this chamber ever?
Um, just a few different rooms.
Can you give us any knowledge of what we may counter moving forward? Or is it just more of the same?
Let me see. Um, Beyond this room, there's a hall. To the left, there's a room. Um, we call it the trophy room. Um, it- the dragon's trophies are displayed in this room. And
What are the trophies?
Trophies meaning people of your tribe, or something less gruesome.
many of his creatures and people he's killed. And to the right is we call the Hall of Giants, and it's some of the frost giants that he's slain.
Are both of those essentially dead ends that you're aware of? Are they just, trophy rooms with no other locations? Otherwise, we just need to continue down the hallway to go deeper.
I've as far as I know, they are just rooms, but I do not know what. I've only peered in. I've never explored them myself.
What's your place in the tribe?
I'm a warrior.
Huntsman, guardian, warrior?
Yes, I am a warrior, and I am a gatherer.
Was your sickness brought on natural causes, or
It is. I had the wasting disease. It's what we.
Not anymore.
Yes, thanks to you guys, I am extremely grateful.
do you have any interest in tagging along as we potentially do some pretty good things for your village? It may or may not mean your life, but considering that was almost forfeit to begin with, it's not necessarily a bad trade. No pressure. This is 100% your choice if you would like to accompany us. We're looking to make a significant change.
I feel like it would be my duty to assist you. What are you? What is your purpose?
What's the biggest thing around here that's been bothering your village?
The dragon.
And you
We're
want
gonna
that
kill
gone?
that.
That's our plan. So reconsider your initial statement that you feel obliged, because you're not. But if you'd like to help us, you can. What you are obliged is, if you don't choose to help us, is to not go up to your village again and cause a major stir. I would strongly advise that you touch base with your shaman and keep low key.
I'm afraid that. I mean, I would
I-
accompany you, but
I point to my shield and the armor that Zook is wearing. I crafted that off of the last dragon we killed.
His eyes are just like
That's a
super
fair point.
wide.
Yeah, we're not going into this completely unawares. Everything's a gamble, but we are capable. If you'd like to join us, you're welcome to. You don't want to, again, like I said, just touch base with your shaman before you go upstairs and cause a stir.
I will, I will, I will guard if you have any type of, um, I, I think I can guard your backs and stay here and make sure nothing comes back this way. He seems like he's trying to like make him.
Guard your people. That's fine.
Yeah, he seems like he's trying to like protect the anything from coming back this way. Um, but it also kind of seems like he's kind of scared, but not trying to like lead on that he's scared to go.
Well, as you can see by looking at me, I'm not exactly the one that would be able to offer you anything in the way of arms or armor. How does he look like he's fixed for that, by the way? Is he just basically just like down here in his bedclothes and a
Yeah, I mean it's just like some leathers. I mean it's
he pretty much came down here to die?
yeah.
Does anyone have a spare sword, short sword, dagger, anything?
I have a long sword.
An extra one.
Well,
Yeah,
considering I'll
don't
be-
disarm yourself.
I've got an extra axe you can give him.
Yeah, I have two hand axes and javelins. I have 4 of them.
Saints will walk in armory.
I recently bought a rapier, so I won't be using the hand axe in close combat.
Yeah, he basically says that he would if anything comes from up from behind them, he can try to distract them.
That's fine. Even if it's not in combat, if you can just simply convince them that all is the same as it has been, heck, lay in the bedroll and act like you're dying if that's if that's what it takes. Defending your people is a noble cause, and keeping anyone from realizing that we've been through here is just as much so.
Right. Very good. All right, so I'm gonna start going down the hallway then.
Yep.
Okay, you can see that.
Did you have any food, by the way?
There
Random
was
thing.
there was some of that. There was those.
Rotted fish.
Yeah.
I drop him a thing of dry rations.
Oh, he just eats it all up.
I drop a couple more for him.
It's not a lot, but we did just save him from disease. I don't want him to die from hunger.
As I hand him the 2 rations, I say, "These are each a day."
Yeah, he's starting. You can see he looks kind of like
Don't gorge yourself.
is like kind of belching. You know.
Give it 30 minutes. If you're still hungry, start nibbling.
Yeah, he just gobbled down a day's ration already.
Okay. So yeah, you see a little, probably a small hallway that leads out to looks like another another hall.
somebody, I was going to say, somebody less squishy than I am is more than welcome to take point.
Okay. Yeah, you can see down the hall.
Tank is my shield sister.
Okay, as you start peeking out in the hall there, to the south, you actually see, and here, some outlines, but it sounds like kobolds to the south.
Shall we just move north and see if we can avoid initial conflict as long as possible, or do we want to just clear anything and everything in our path?
Well, if we can get to the dragon and have, might be easiest to try and sneak to the dragon and defeat it unscathed.
I like the idea. I don't see it being 100% feasible, but
Right.
we can definitely go for it.
I like the idea too, and we'll try our best to knock the back of my robot bear.
So that makes our initial decision of we move north if we're avoiding.
Yeah.
Kobolds are definitively the ones that if they see us fighting the dragon, they're just going to stay the hell out of the way. Trolls, giants, those are things that if we encounter them, we may need to consider doing what we have to do. Because the last thing we want is to be fighting a dragon on one front and have giants close from behind.
Okay, so you get up to this area here, and you can see partially into this room. It's seems like a large room, and you see there's the walls in here are like crystal clear ice. But you can see something dimly in the distance. Just can't quite make it out.
Is it a treasure trove?
Possibly can't make it out.
Here's my spyglass
It's
that I didn't buy.
it's still at the store, I think.
Damn it. All right, big ass room. Check it out.
At least peek in and see if we notice anything living or not. It'd be nice to know what may or may not be behind us. Then we can decide whether or not we want to encounter or not.
Okay. Yeah, you start making your way into the room. It's still what's making it kind of the visibility in this area kind of difficult is it's almost like foggy in here.
Does the ceiling raise going into this?
The ceiling is probably in here. It's probably 20 feet tall.
All right, so I'm going to move a little farther in, but I want to stay. I want to actually just kind of take flight and stay as close to the ceiling as possible. There, if anything's less likely, considering we're underground, they're not going to be as expecting of something in the air.
Okay. So yeah, you're starting to see. You're starting to see like little, areas.
Kinda alcoves.
Yeah. Okay. So now you can kind of see two of the alcoves here. You can see pretty decently, but Um, in the in the uh, in the walls, um, now you can kind of see why this room is called Hall of the Giants. Um, you can see frozen in the walls, a, a frost giant. You can see torn armor and claw wounds on its flesh. And as you start looking in the areas of the other alcoves, you start to see more giants and more giants. You see actually in the middle alcove, you can see a fire giant and a cloud giant.
Damn, what the hell were they even doing out here? I still have relocated them here.
Are they in the wall or are they just like frozen statues?
They're in the wall. Well, I mean, they may have been outside, but as you get closer, you can kind of see back in the far alcove here. You kind of see 8 kobolds. You see them kind of like polishing and maintaining the ice. They're kind of like rubbing it down and smoothing it out.
I think they're precious.
Well, here's step one. Clear or avoid?
Have they noticed us?
No, I mean they're just working. They haven't. If they've noticed you, they don't seem to care that you're there. They're definitely not looking at you right now, but
I mean, they're not exactly the most good of creatures in creation, but they're not something we need to even worry about them taking a few like skills out of our repertoire moving forward.
Yeah, they're
So-
like really big rats.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to move on, leave them behind, and if we can clear the dragon, then the are
Yeah, that's
more than welcome to contest with them moving forward.
Yeah, I think we should only fight when we have to.
Yep.
Now, if we decide to come back here and ransack these giants for anything that's useful on their remaining corpses, that's a different story. But
Well, by then we could just tell the kobolds the dragon's dead. You're free to go.
yeah, clear out.
No, the dragon's dead. You work for us now.
Good idea.
Something tells me anything.
Now help us ransack these
The
giant
dragon's
corpses.
one sec. Sorry. All right. So yeah, you see hall ahead of you, and looks like a couple areas off of it.
Does the ground change? Or is that just the map?
It actually, as you come this way, it gets a little warmer.
Keep heading upish.
And do we hear voices in any particular direction?
Give me a perception. Yeah, you hear some noise from the north.
like kobold noise or?
It's it could be. I mean, it sounds like some kind of working. You hear things like clinking and you know
It's
noise
the
like that.
kitchen.
Not so much clinking like kitchen sound, but yeah, I mean it's hard to tell because like the echoes of the caves and stuff. All right, so see this kind of curves around. All right, which way you guys want to head?
North, we could hear things.
Yeah, I mean you hear definitely hear. It sounds like there's something down that way.
And we're not hearing anything from the other two ways.
No, you couldn't make out anything from the other two areas.
We'll go this way.
Okay.
If I forego like perception checks and such, can I cast a ritual spell as we're moving through? And then just if we get involved in something, I'll just abandon the cast.
Sure.
Okay. So as of now, I think I'd started, unless we've already hit 10 minutes, I'd started comprehend languages when we hit the bottom. Like when I kind of said I was going to annoy you by slowly saying that I was going to be casting these things.
That's fine.
Have we hit 10 minutes at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm actually going to start casting Detect Magic at this point as well. Comprehend Language is not concentration, so that actually just maintains for an hour. Detect Magic is concentration, so.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of staying in the middle of the pack, following along. You know, obviously my perception is going to be a little lower because I'm in the middle of concentrating and casting.
Okay. So you start going into this room. And in this room, this cavernous chamber is filled with drifting mist that shrouds a field of ice pillars rising from the floor to the ceiling. The muffled silence beyond is broken only by the sound of running water. You can see like these pillars of ice and like pressure ridges and stuff. They're forming like these razor sharp crags that you see coming out of the fog. You see water that's flowing even though it's like below freezing here, which is weird. Sorry, actually.
Aren't you super excited for the automatic light
Yes.
visual concept? You can see this far.
Okay. So now you're starting to see further into the room and kind of out from behind some of the pillars and some of the the ice crags, you see 3 ice trolls.
Whoops.
This might not be a bad thing because they are going to be hostile no matter what. So this as an isolated fight versus trolls plus giant or dragon,
Yeah.
not necessarily a terrible thing.
Yeah, so you see these bluish, almost translucent skin creature or trolls come around and they look at you and roll initiatives. All right.
Crom is the only one left.
Oh, yeah. Roll your initiative there, Crom.
Oh,
There you go. Moved you 1 up on the ladder there. Good
Moved
job.
up a little bit.
All right, Zook, you're up. And your ritual spell was interrupted, by the way.
Yeah, I was if it wasn't interrupted, I was dropping it once I saw trolls. I was like, yeah, okay.
I slide off a robo bear while taking aim at, I guess, Ice Troll 2.
Okay. Boom. Okay. So yeah. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys. I think I told everything, but um, um, I'm removing the flanking rules from going forward.
Oh, no more advantage.
Yeah, it's it's an optional rule, and like low level characters, it's nice to have, but high level characters, it's like you could essentially like always have advantage, and I would rather it not be so easy to have advantage because there are some skills that you'll have that and stuff that provides advantage. I want those to be thought of, you know, more as something useful instead of, oh, I can just get advantage if I slide over here type of thing.
So removed entirely, not just like limiting in terms of like directly behind.
Right. There's no way to get advantage.
There's no positional advantage.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You moved Ice Troll number 2 instead of 3.
Damn it. Where is he at? Somewhere like there.
He was 45 away from me, so I guess 5 closer. He's 50 now.
Okay. Let's see. What is their speed? Okay. Okay. So he runs up there. Tink. Earlier.
What? You don't have us locked,
Oh, sorry.
but that's where she's moving.
Okay.
Just gonna attack with your short sword. And then
2 hits.
actually, I'm going to attach a smite to that.
Okay.
Find it. Where the hell is it? That's not there.
Yeah, it's under Actions tab.
Yeah. There we go. And she gets her second attack.
Wait, why did she do Searing Smite?
Because that's one of my smites.
She doesn't have Searing Smite.
Why doesn't she have Searing Smite?
She's got Divine Smite.
No, those are... Okay, smites are spells.
She has Divine Smite. It does radiant damage.
Yeah, she also has Searing Smite and Branding Smite and Wrathful Smite.
Oh, so you're casting a spell. I see.
Yeah.
I got you.
It works just like Smite does. It's
I got
just
you.
I just pick which one I want to use.
I got you. Okay, I see him now. Okay.
I know how to play a paladin, sir.
Yep.
And that's it. She will use her reaction to shield me. If it comes into question.
I'd say that makes more sense to call later, but I don't think anybody can get on her other flank. So yeah, she's shielding you.
Did she did she actually the protection. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, from her shield mastery.
Well, she didn't take shield mastery.
She has a fighting style defender.
Fighting style protection. That it is. Yeah. I was just trying to find it. Okay.
I knew it was in there somewhere. I just can't remember how it fell
Yeah,
into play.
that's what I thought because I thought it was the feat. I thought she got shield master, but then I didn't see it. So okay, cool.
Oh, and there's something else on her. She's not reflecting her +1 to AC because of it. Do I add that in somehow?
I think she is. Yeah, +1 miscellaneous. That's what it is. It's on there.
No,
Yeah. Go to her armor. At the end, it says miscellaneous. I've got one in there.
but the armor is +1.
What?
She has the same armor as me.
Is it
The
magical
Elven
armor
plate
+1?
+1. Yeah.
So that might be the armor itself might be +1, might be coming from the armor +1 magical nature.
What armor is it? Let me see.
Elven plate. We had 2 sets of it. Yeah, there it is in our inventory. Elven.
Elven plate +1. AC 8. Yeah, it's 8. Base is 18.
+1.
No, that's including the +1, isn't it?
No.
No, plate by itself is 18.
So yeah, she'd be 18 with a +1 makes it 19 with a shield 21, and then if she has anything in addition to that, it'd be on top of that.
Okay, now she's got 22. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, she didn't even have a shield in her inventory.
Does she not?
Well, I put one there because I know she took that feat.
Did she take the feat and then not? Well, we were in the city for forever, so like,
She's
then
always
when she
she
first
has a
took,
magical shield that is supposed to like protection against like normal missiles or something.
when did she get that?
I know she had some kind of special shield, but it wasn't in the inventory, so I just gave her a regular one.
She had the arrow catcher shield.
Yeah.
It should be on there.
It's just under a different name.
Yeah, it's
Something
very, very top.
random.
Arrow catching shield.
Oh, she didn't have it equipped. Okay.
I'd be willing to bet she probably, well, maybe not. She might have had the +1 from the skill, like or like as the miscellaneous, not taking into account that the +1 magical also needed to be added as a +1, one way or the other. Because it's a really weird way that like it seems like that the game would automatically take into account magical stuff, like having the pluses, but it doesn't. Or like Fantasy Ground, not the game. But
She done?
Yeah.
22 AC, goddamn.
Okay, so draw one. Okay, and Raytheon.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cap. Spiritual weapon.
Okay. Need a token?
Yes, sir. Even though we don't get flanking maneuvers, I wanted to appear behind him.
What is this? Oh, behind 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We's done.
Okay. Robo Bear.
So move up beside Wraith. So start with his claws.
Okay.
Follow up with the bite.
All right. Tor.
Yep, this is not going to be their friend. I'm dropping a wall of fire.
Holy hell.
I'm using the option to create a circle of fire right where I've dropped my radius there, so that should affect all three of them on to begin with. Let's see. Yep, concentration up to a minute. So yeah, there was a big flaming circular wall just appears on top of the two in front of us, just catching ice troll number 2 on the back.
Nice.
Is that from your staff?
Yes. 4 charges, but it also reflects, or, regenerates 1d6 plus 4 per day. So it's, in this circumstance, it seems worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, wall of fire. Target. I guess I should cast first because they have a chance to save in theory.
One success.
All right.
Damn.
Oh,
damage.
wow. And those two, they can't move forward or move back.
Well, they can move. They just the wall of fire is actually the outside. When you do it in the circle form, the outer side projects no damage. So all of you guys are in a safe place. Everybody inside of the wall, up to 10 feet, if they end inside of that location. So basically, and it's a 20-foot radius or 20-foot diameter, and within 10 feet of it, which basically means that entire circle has basically just become a big circle of flame. Like there's not even a safe spot in the middle of that, by the way that I'm reading this. Because I was checking to see if you could, because when you do it as a wall, you can do it as a straight line, and you can choose which side projects damage out to 10 feet wide. But when you do it as a circle, it specifically says inside the wall. And since it's a 20-foot diameter and it projects damage 10 feet, that is the entirety of. So yeah,
area.
there's basically a really fucking wide pillar of fire right there
Yeah.
for a minute.
How tall can it get?
20 feet high, 1 foot thick. If it's a wall, straight wall, 1 foot thick.
So yeah, it is literally an entire pillar of fire in this room right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the actual. I guess the actual fire is technically only a 1 foot thick, like ring of fire, but it's projecting its damage into the entire central. Like it's like it's an oven. It's like a fucking kiln inside of it right there. So yeah, 20 foot high and 1 foot thick column of fire covering the entire width of the chamber. And I will happily end my turn there. Especially with that fucking damage roll. That was awesome.
Crow.
There you go. All right, Crom, you're up.
They need sound effects on demand,
There's
so you could tie them into your attacks.
there's
I think you can.
yeah, there's an add-on that I could put on that would trigger. You can set it to trigger off certain events, but the problem is I run that application on my other computer, and so it wouldn't link in with Fantasy Grounds.
You have to like sign it in as a player. But then it might only even at that, it might only trigger on what that player did. Yeah, that'd be awkward.
They were talking about something similar to that for the new engine,
Yeah.
like visual effects and sound effects.
All right. Raging. All right.
Yes, all right.
And yeah, so you take a swing and
Wait, did it take a swing again?
You get 3.
Well, I think even without the rage, you would get the 2 attacks.
Right.
Is
And
the
the rage gives him frenzy, so he can do an additional add a bonus.
but is yeah well isn't raging is a bonus action, and frenzy
Oh, okay. So
bonus
yeah,
action.
yeah.
So yeah, you can rage on this turn, and then you can get the bonus attack on the next turn. Both of them are considered bonus actions.
Yeah, you can't get that 3rd attack this round.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, the act of going into a rage counts as your bonus action, and you only get 1 bonus action per round.
Okay. All right. And then if you're finished with your action, you can just click on the next actor little triangle thing on the combat tracker. There you go. All right. What is this guy gonna do?
Yeah, so to him, he sees a ring of fire that is currently going through him. He may or may not actually know if the heat's in the middle. He probably feels it though.
Yeah.
He knows going forward isn't gonna feel good.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, he is not gonna.
He's not feeling it.
He's not feeling it. All right, Zook.
First, I want to cast Shield of Faith on Robo-Bear. How do I do that? Drag and click, or click and drag the little walk.
Target him
icon.
and hit the effect.
And that was a bonus action, so I still get to do my attack, right?
Yeah, technically you do your attack first, and then that is your bonus. But
I think you can do it in any order. The only certain ones require it to be attacked, like your extra attack. If that's a bonus, that obviously that has to follow something else. But
yeah.
that type of a spell can be done first.
I'm going to take a shot at Ice Troll 1.
Okay. Boom.
Can we send him the marksman skull? I don't think he's hit with that weapon yet.
He hit.
I have at least once. It was devastating.
All right. This troll. He definitely wants to try to get out of this fire. So,
Move through.
what's he
It's
gonna
gonna be
do?
like 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
No, I think he's.
Well,
Gonna
he's
try
going
To,
further into. He's going. I think he's
gonna-
going bull rush.
yeah, he's trying to rush you guys here. I'm not sure how to do this. I want to do it'll be a strength check, but I don't know how to do it with the both of you.
He'd have to beat us both, and if he fails, then he stays.
Yeah. Okay. So give me strength check for both you guys.
It's a saving throw, or just an ability roll.
Just do
Probably
both.
ability.
Yeah. Okay, so Okay, so he beats Tink, but does not beat Raythan.
So she gets pushed back, basically. I believe it's like 10 feet,
Yeah, I think you're right.
but I stay, and he can't move.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if it's not the way that it's written, it sounds like a fair way to play it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that I can remember off the top of my head about a push.
It makes the most sense.
All right. So Tink's back up.
So he takes another 5d8 damage for ending his turn. Fire.
All right. And as he pushes Tink, he just falls to the ground as the fire consumes him.
Wait, isn't the spiritual weapon inside that fire column too?
Yeah, but it doesn't take any damage. It doesn't have hit points.
Oh, okay.
It's great against dumb creatures. We found that out a while ago.
It's like perpetually throwing a stick to a dog.
And she's done.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's freaking out too. Just saw his friend Milt. He's going to try to push through Robo-Bear and Tink. So strength checks.
Damn it, Tink.
Okay, so he shoves Robo-Bear back, but Tink holds her ground this time.
Defeated by the halfling.
And roll damage, because he is done. Alright. Raythan, you're up.
Technically, for point, they probably should have still gotten a save.
I don't know.
No, actually, you know what? When the wall appears, they make a dex save.
Yeah.
After that, I guess they don't have a chance to dodge anymore if they're already in it. So yeah, no, that's just straight up damage.
Right.
I use my bonus action to attack.
Okay.
God damn it.
Spiritual weapon.
No, I used my bonus.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Robo-Bear.
Smack him in the giblets.
Nice. Perfect timing too. My turn coming up.
So can we all
wall of
just
fire
sit there?
in front of him? He's just gonna stop.
Can we hold on? Can we just sit there next to the troll bodies and we'll pretend like we're having a feast on the troll, and then we'll have him drop the firewall so the other troll can see what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pretend to eat a troll body, it's well charged.
It's Oh no, it's acid damage, so it can't. It'll regenerate. So if you eat a troll, will you never be hungry again?
Because it constantly regenerates in your body.
Oh, ew.
It depends on how fast you digest and shit it out.
You find out the hard way that to regenerate faster than your stomach acids can dissolve.
We have an episode of Alien on our hands.
All right, Claire.
So, let's see. How do I delete? Where is it?
You dropping?
Yeah.
All right.
Here. Thank you. I was looking for the delete it, but yeah. So I dropped the wall of fire.
You see this troll? He's like got his hands up, like he's wide eyed. He's like scared, like his hands are up, like no.
Recruit him.
And he actually says,
What say you?
so Tink.
Tink knows.
Tink says, or can
I
you
do
read
too,
that?
because I have comprehend languages going.
Oh yeah. He says, "Spare me. I'll do anything you ask."
Fight with us and prosper with us.
You're familiar with these caves, yes?
Yes.
Can you lead us to the dragon?
Can you?
We can't guarantee your safety, but if you can lead us to the dragon with as minimal as conflict as possible, you're welcome to run when we attack the dragon, as long as you run away from everything else. We know you're under its sway as much as anything else is. We're willing to we're willing to let you run free if you can get us there without further conflict.
You spare me?
If you get us to the dragon and you run away, we won't chase you.
Very well.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Yeah. He seems.
Where do you fall in the hierarchy? We've heard tale of giants in the region as well.
Giants only in walls.
No living giants?
No.
All right. Anything between you and the dragon in terms of giving orders?
No.
Do you have a boss other than the dragon?
No. Dragon is boss.
Okay. So if we encounter anything else along the way, you can tell them either that you're escorting us or that you're delivering us in any way so that we don't have to worry about fighting anything else.
You want to go to Dragon.
That's the plan. And when we get there, you can run for your life and see what happens. Or you can help us kill the dragon. In either circumstance, you can still go away. We won't chase you if you help us kill the dragon.
You give me treasure and food, I will help you kill Dragon.
Deal. We get to pick the treasure, though.
Yeah.
If
And
you
food?
betray us,
I will not betray.
There'll be plenty of dragon meat,
if
so the
you
food won't be a
betray
problem.
us, there will be nothing to stop me from hunting you down.
You can see he looks kind of scared still.
All right. Lead on.
All right, how's everyone doing? Anybody Anybody need to stop?
I'm fucking dying, but
We can stop here. It's
Yeah, we can stop. It's fine.
a good stopping spot. It is almost 2 o'clock here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard the cave bear a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect having a fucking staff of fire too, so that they couldn't regenerate shit while that was going on.
Yeah. That worked out pretty good.
Good for the intimidation factor too with this guy, because otherwise, yeah, if we'd killed him with anything else, he'd be like, maybe I can take these guys.
Yeah.
So could you, with that wall of fire, could you surround us in a circle of fire, but have the damage project out?
That no, I was reading for that. I was specifically trying to see if that's feasible, and it's the way that it's worded that doesn't happen. On a straight line wall, I can choose which side projects damage. On a circular wall, it specifically says inside the circle takes the damage. It doesn't give me the option to choose in or out, because I was actually looking the way that we were lined up right there. I was specifically looking for that option. It didn't exist.
Yeah. If you want to be in a burning ring of fire, you need a fiddle that you can fight the devil with.
How far does it radiate from the wall?